unscripted update here from Paris. It's hard to believe that it is so quiet in Paris. The reason it's so quiet in Paris right now is because it is 4:30 here in the morning. It's very, very early here in Paris. I am in Charles de Gaulle Airport, and I wanted to do a quick update. As you can see, I just got out of bed and rush, and I'm starting this big journey back for United States after being gone for a couple of weeks out of the country. So, first of all, I don't know how many of you had a chance to see in the channel what took place here this Shabbat in Paris. Absolutely an incredible weekend. As you know, here in France, it's the headquarters of Shuvu Europe. That's a new organization that has been established and is being led by Rabbi Emmanuel Rodriguez. If you pay attention closely to our channel, you saw that for the very first time, you can listen to Rabbi Emmanuel in English through the miracle of AI, and he's just absolutely marvelous and brilliant teacher that now is going to be teaching you regularly in our channel. That is just the beginning. Rabbi Emmanuel is one of those guys that has been in ministry for 40 years, and he's a different breed of people. He's a very humble man. A lot of teachings around Musar, and we nominated him for the president of Shivat Shuvu in Europe, and that's going to be his role, a major role around. So we have a very active yeshiva in France. Matter of fact, I spent all weekend with them. Now, the great thing about Rabbi Emmanuel is making the trip to the United States for the Jewish DNA of Romans 11 conference. He's going to be joining with Rebbe in Korean, his wife, and also the translator. We decided as an organization that it's really time for us to connect the different entities all over the world together, and although it's very difficult to bring everybody together, at least we're going to bring our head of our European organization now forward. And I'm telling you now, if you are not registered for the Jewish DNA of Romans 11 conference, you're missing out. It is going to be something out of the world to have together so many people who are so incredible in one room. This is people to me that I'm looking up to and admire for the work in difficult areas, like France, for example. So Rabbi Emmanuel is making the trip. It's going to be also the release of my book, The Jewish DNA of Roman 11, on March 21st. I'm going to start the event on Friday morning with a yeshiva. In the morning, we're going to look at Rav Shaul through the lens of Rabbinic Judaism. If you have not had the chance to pre-order the book yet, you should really ought to do it. RomansDNA.com. You can order the book. You can register to the conference. Try to be there in person, but if you cannot, you can still register for online streaming. Although I got to tell you, it's not quite the same from that. So, but it is an opportunity for everybody to meet Rabbi Emmanuel, Pastor Matt, Pastor Oscar, Chazan Gordon. My family will be there. My goodness, so many others. are going to be there. Check it out. And we're going to bring to you something very special. The entire conference is going to be around attaining the Jewish sparks within you, the Jewish spark from Romans DNA. And this is the call for everybody right now. We just finished Parashat Bo. God is calling us out to come out. And this is really a calling that I hope everybody is hearing right now prophetically. And that's going to be a very practical conference. What does it mean to leave Egypt? What does it mean to join the Jewish people? What does it mean to grab the tzitzit of the Jew? We're going to be dealing with very practical issues. On Shabbat morning, we're going to have a glorious shacharit, and then Rabbi Emmanuel is going to be addressing us. It's going to be so amazing because the conference is bilingual, English and Spanish. We're going to be translating everything from the pulpit for Spanish, but we're also going to be translating Rabbi Emmanuel from French. So this is our very first time to do this: French, Spanish, English. There will be many other languages there. And I want to personally tell you something. To put those conferences, we don't make money. I'm going to tell you, we are always in financial deficit. As a matter of fact, we finish our end of year finances this year. It was the year that Ahavat Ammi given more than any other year in our history, and our revenue was down 25%. I want you, God requires us to tithe 10%. We gave 25% of everything that came, we gave out. That's incredible amount of money. And that's one thing I want to explain to you. We're not doing those conferences to have like a dog and pony show. We're doing those conferences to really impact you, to really put this. We go to some conferences like dancing and this. I'm not saying it's wrong, but the teaching is subpar. This is going to be different. You're going to hear flat out the best teaching, without even close, in the Messianic Jewish movement. I am telling you, I know the lineup, I know the teachers. It's simply 2 levels above anything that the Messianic Jewish movement have to offer today. Very practical. That's why I want you to go to romansdna.com and register. Also pre-order the book. It's going to be incredible. Now, before this is happening, my goodness, what schedule we have? It's right now here 4 a.m. in the morning. In about 1 or 2 hours, on the other side of the world, in Africa, our people are adding to Gutu. Of course, you heard me speaking about the synagogue. You heard me speaking about what we're doing. Today is a very big day. Maybe you said Tefillah before you go to sleep. We are installing the internet in the Jewish villages today. This is a very important day, very important moment for us to move this thing forward. We want to launch the yeshiva this week. But before we launch it, internet have to be installed and configured. Friends, in 3 days, we put thousands and thousands of dollars. So far, we raised only $4,200. We have not even covered all the installation costs. It just grieves me when people don't understand what an impact it does on Jewish life. We should have raised a lot more money for this. And I really hope people will really wake up and understand this. This is a competition between us. Let me say it in the way everybody understands it. We are competing for Jewish souls against Chabad and against Islam. And we are winning. But we need to put the synagogue in place. The people are hungry for knowledge and to understanding and to revelation. And we have it, but we need to put all of this in place. Therefore, the support for fundly.com/lembas is so crucial. Please go to fundly.com/lembas. Today, this morning, we're going to put the internet. We have the students already lined up. Everybody's lined up. Everybody's ready. This is exciting. This is prophetic moment for us. And I really, really want you to understand how significant this is. There is no value, there is no cost we can put on Jewish lives. It's priceless. It's literally priceless. And we're going to build the synagogue on the top of the mountain. You've seen it. Unfortunately, I was without internet for several days. This week, pay attention, we have a big video coming with the chief, the head of the guy. I had to weep. He told me, I'm ready to go to the other world, meaning I'm ready to die as soon as the synagogue will be put in place. I've been waiting for this moment. How do you even respond when somebody's telling you something like that? You know, what do you even say? You just have tears of thankfulness that God commissioned you to do something, and you say, I have to get it done. And we do have to get it done, because it's going to affect so many Jewish lives all at once. So please be part of this. I am returning to the US, but half of my heart is in France now, half of my heart is in Africa, and I am traveling. I'm coming back. I had a very tough physical trip. I caught the food poisoning or something, but I had to be very, very careful, because the sanitary conditions are not great. And I'm coming back this week. Please pray. I'm leaving right away to New York City with Noah and the Rebbetzin. Noah was selected top 1% to do a very special week in Carnegie Hall, which is the most prestigious place of performances maybe in the United States. He's going to be spending a few days in Carnegie Hall, and I'm going to take the time to also speak in New York City. So I will be speaking in Shabbat in New York City. Noah is going to be performing in Carnegie Hall. I'm going to meet with our staff halfway with Jackson. We're picking up the Torah, and we're wrapping it, and we're preparing to bring it now all the way to Australia. So the same day I'm returning from New York City is the day that I am going to be leaving, and the same day to Australia. I need everybody to understand that the Australia thing is the end of the world, but it's so important because the anti-Semitism is all of a sudden erupted in Australia, just exploded. So we put a very public event with the mail to bring the Sefer Torah, and I'm calling upon all Australians who are watching me now. We want you there. It's an epic opportunity. It is a prophetic opportunity to be there and to be part of something historic, absolutely. Not just standing against anti-Semitism, but to see the Torah is coming into Australia, and the title is Preparing the Remnant. It's going to be just, again, amazing. Look at this. We have Florida in March 21, 23rd. We have our Asia Pacific event taking place in February 14, 16. So many things are happening all at once. Am I British mate? No, I'm Israeli mate. But you know what? I love the British people. I'm going to be in London in about 1.5 hours, and I bless the Lord for the British brothers and sisters without a doubt. So, from Australia, we continue immediately to Korea, and we're going to be holding 2 conferences in Korea. Look at the schedule before us, because you supported us and believed in Operation 70. Now, Chinese, listen to me, China is banned the YouTube channel, okay? China banned YouTube. We feed the underground churches. I'm not going to say how, I don't want to expose our method, but because that you believe Operation 70 now get the teaching in Chinese to the remnant underground church every week, twice a week. This is amazing. Also this week, the Afrikaans has launched, African channel launch. We get now requests for Vietnamese channel to launch. Wow, my goodness. So many times. Psalm 91, you don't need to preach on me. I already know who is the Messiah. Christians show up here and the first thing they want to do is to bombard the Jewish people with scriptures. We know who is our Father and we know who is the Messiah. There's no need to do it. And although it's true, more Makot plagues are coming to the world, especially if you read my book, the new Hamas, the fall of Edom, the Besorah according to COVID-19, you know the profound and prophetic messages I've been giving you already for this a long time. Friends, although darkness is being spread, so is light. So is light. Look at what I have given you now. From Paris, from now New York City, in 2 weeks from Australia. Hey, David from Sydney, good to see you. I assume it's David Morris, and we're really looking forward to see you guys. Look at what happened with China right now. David, thank you for your service of your wife to reach the Chinese. India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, Europe, Latin America, everybody's being fed right now. For those who speak Leshonot Raot, Yeshu in Gehenom for Tzoar Utachat, for eternity. You know, it says in Moed Katan that Mot Tzadikim Mechaperet. Of course, he had to go to Tzoar Utachat. He had to go for Tzoar Utachat for the filth and the sins of each and every one of us of humanity. And even today, as it says in the Zohar, he sits in the heavenly and he cry and lament for the Jewish people, even in this moment, and he is intercede for them. Friends, we're part of this historic tikkun. And from Australia, we are going to be going straight to Korea. And for Korea, for the worldwide event that will take place in March 21 and 23rd in Orlando, Florida. I'm telling you this update today so that you understand. Synagogues are being established. Batei Midrash is being built. People are connected with the roots of their faith. Do not despair. We are this week in Parashat Beshalach, and we're reminded something that we should not forget. That Moshe Rabbeinu took the bones of Yosef, and all the miracles that took place because of the bones of Yosef. Chazal explained that all the miracles happened through the power of Yosef. Everything that happened right now is miraculous. The report from Africa is incredible. We're building synagogue. We are going neck with Chabad. And we're winning through the power of Yosef HaTzadik, continue to cleave to Yosef. But also understand we're at the time of Tzarat Yaakov. It's important. Why? Because in the Torah this week, Moshe Rabbeinu turned them to look at Pharaoh. There is no running away today. There is no rapture. Stop looking for the candy that you will eat, that will take you. No, you will have to face Pharaoh. You will have to face Mitzrayim. But through the power of Yosef, we will be Be'ezrat Hashem, we will be able to overcome and come ahead. We Na'alev and Itzlach, we are continue to ascend and to be successful with all the negative things. I want to give you the good report, good news. We are seeing miracles. What's happening in Africa now is a miracle. What's happening in Paris right now is incredible. What we're seeing right now as soon Torah centers in Latin America, it's miraculous. Oh, David, yes, please send my regards to David Morris. I didn't know which David. It is blessing to you in Sydney. And I'm really excited to be visiting the Australian brothers. You know, we need to understand that it says in Yirmiyahu, and Navi said that Mashiach have to be Melech HaGoyim. You have to make stuff in all the countries, in all the nations, before we become Melech Israel. And that is what we're doing right now. We are relinking the Torah with Yeshua, bringing the remnant of the nations, and those nations are ushering King Mashiach back to Zion. I was sitting yesterday, I was staying here in Paris in an Orthodox area, and yesterday I was having the dinner, and the guy, the owner of the restaurant, come to me. He happened to be also Israeli, and he says to me, I just came back from Israel. Do you feel Mashiach coming? This is not the Messianic Jew. He says to me, do you sense him? Do you feel him? Because I'm feeling him. I'm feeling the Geulah so close. And without a doubt, you have to be a fool not to sense the Geulah that is coming so close upon us. But we have to face Pharaoh. This is the word to you today. Don't run away. Face the Yetzer Hara. Through the bones of Yosef, you will be successful without a doubt. So, what is to you to do? For you today, the final stage of Rivka Exodus will be successful only by walking with the boat of the authentic Yosef from the book, the Rivka Remnant. Amen and amen. Without a doubt, this is the truth. And friends, I'm going to tell you something. When the Jewish DNA of Romans 11 come out, not to sensationalize it, anything and everything that you talk about Shaul, you're going to be challenged with. That's the reason it takes so long. Because I'm going to challenge you to relook at Shaul and be open-minded and be open-hearted, okay? As we are preparing for that. Yes. So, again, you have to understand, for those here who use profanity against Yeshua, כי ילד יולד לנו, בן ניתן לנו, ויקרא שמו, פלא יועץ, אל גיבור, אביעד שר שלום. He is today still a Yeled, meaning here. But he will become a Ben. The tikkun of Mashiach is what we're doing today. He will get to this level only through the tikkun. Just as Yosef had to go to the tikkun of the garment before returning to Yaakov. We're working on it. It's happening. And may those days will speedily take place so that Mashiach will reveal himself for who he really is. What you should do today, you should prepare yourself. Get yourself ready for all those last days. We are in the business of Tikkun Yosef. There's an organization, and it's now to take place with the Gentiles, not with Yaakov. So, I'm looking forward for everything. If Hashem allow you, please come to those conferences. I would love to see you. If it is in Orlando, or if it is in Australia, or if it is in Korea, those are all significant events for the kingdom. If you've not read The Fall of Edom, the Besorah according to COVID-19, the return of the kosher pig, etc., etc., and now coming the Jewish dinner of Romans 11, which is available for pre-order. Order those things. Read those things. And lastly, consider do mitzvot. We need help. That's the truth financially. We want to bring more Sifrei Torah. We want to do more tzedakah. We want to do more. You are part of it. And I'm just certainly not taking to granted even $1, even a penny that is given. You see what we're doing on the ground all over the world. From Batei Midrash, Sifrei Torah, synagogue. We will continue, but you support it. And I'm very, very thankful for you. So this is my end of the journey. For now, I have to board to London, United States. I'm looking forward to see those in New York City this weekend. And then immediately to Australia for an epic and prophetic time. Looking forward to seeing you. And again, thank you for listening to a very special update. Wishing everybody, especially in this side of the world, if you're in Australia or Europe, good morning, good afternoon. And for you in United States, have a pleasant and blessed rest. Yeah, the Kiruvim are coming. Lastly, I will say this. Pray for us. We need those tefillot. Pray for our staff. Good evening, Jackson. I'm starting the journey back. I'm really looking forward to this. Operation 70 is amazing, and we will continue. May Hashem just give us health, life, and He give us the koach to move forward. God bless you, everybody, and have a blessed week full with mitzvot and Torah.